presentation is intended for EDU 537 at Georgetown College with Dr. Brody, working with immigrants. And it's about blood, it's about suffering, it's about Congo, their people, culture, and crisis. What is the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC? The Democratic Republic of the Congo is located in the sub-Saharan Africa. You can see it on the map in orange. It is often confused with the neighboring Republic of the Congo. This is the DRC flag, and the blue stands for peace, and I never had. Red symbolizes the blood of the martyrs, and yellow represents the wealth of the nation. Now, I'm going to tell you some facts of the Congo. First of all, its capital is Kinshasa. The country got a population of about 80.5 million, the number 16th in the world. The major languages spoken are French, Lingala, Swahili, Kikongo, and Chiluba. The major religions are Christianity and Islam. And look at this, that life expectancy is 58 years for men and 61 years for women, while the currency used is the Congolese franc. To understand the Congolese people, I met with a Congolese family that lives in Louisville, Kentucky. I visited them twice, asking questions about family, life, traditions, attitudes, and adjustment to the American way of life. To understand a little bit the DRC geography, they are neighbors with Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania, and Malawi to the east, Angola and Zambia to the south, Republic of the Congo to the west, Central African Republic and Sudan to the north. Congo Basin makes up the second largest rainforest in the world. Main topographical features are the large river basin, valleys, high plateau, 3 mountain ranges, and the coastal plain. Here we can find the regions and languages spoken in different areas of the country. The family I interviewed spoke French and Swahili. The family is originally from the northern Kivu, North Kivu region of the DRC. The predominant religion is a Catholic with a 33.1%. And my focus family said they were Jehovah's Witnesses. The statistics, there are 177,500 Jehovah's Witnesses in the DRC, a small percentage of the majority Christian population. Let's do some history. The region was a home to hundreds of Bantu tribes. Congo's history can be divided to before exploitation and after. First, it was named Kingdom of Congo. Began around 1375 as a peace treaty. One of the biggest empires in Africa, estimated in 3.9 million people live within the kingdom. Had a strong military. During its time, the arts flourished. After contact with the Portuguese kings, like a time named Congo, were baptized as Christians. Population slowly converted to Christianity. Alfonso, who became Congo in 1509, opposed the Portuguese way of trade slavery. Then, between 1885 to 1908, the Butcher of Congo, King Leopold II, brought the brutal regime. Hundreds of thousands of Congolese put to slave labor. Millions of Congolese murdered, mutilated, and tortured, also known as the Congolese genocide. International indignation forced passing of Congo to the Belgian government. From 1908 to 1960, everything was about exploitation. Large plantation of cotton, coffee, cacao, and rubber. Mining of gold, copper, and diamonds. Then began the African resistance, rebellions, and strikes. The interwar period brought in some advances in the Belgian Congo's economy and increased urbanization. Improved health and education with help from Catholic missionaries. And the political activism, nationalism, and Pan-African movement rose in the 50s. Independence independence followed by secession. Independent from Belgium on June 30th, 1960, and led by nationalist Patrice Lumumba. Peace lasted a few days before the Katanga province declared secession amid violence and instability known as the Congo crisis. UN forces as well as a proxy Cold War active in the region. To understand a little bit the Congolese conflict, here I show you a timeline. In the 60s, the independence from Belgium. Patrice Lumumba, first president. 1965, General Mutubu seizes power. Lumumba executed. Country's new name, Zaire. 1994, Rwandan genocide. Over 1 million Hutus flee to Eastern Congo. 1995 to 1997, First Congo War. Laurent Kabila takes power. Country's names, DRC. From 1998 to 2003, the Second Congo War. Extreme violence. 2001, Laurent Kabila assassinated. Son Joseph Kabila assumes power. From 2006 to 2016, Joseph Kabila wins election. And the rebel violence erupted in Eastern Congo again. And from 2016 to the present, the conflict continues, people. There are a lot of factions now, M23, the UN, the government forces, the Ugandan forces. I think it's never gonna end. Congo is scarce by its natural wealth. We are talking about a country that is the richest on earth in natural resources. They have the 80% of the world's coltan, the 70% of the copper production. They export from 14 to 20 tons a year of gold. Their copper is over the 3% in grade compared to the world's average of 0.7. The 12% of world's production of diamonds and the largest hydropower potential in the whole Africa. Here in this picture we can see how even with their hands, bare hands, they are getting coltan for those huge companies that at the end are going to finish in our hands, because coltan is used to make conductors for cell phones, laptops, and cars. Over 40,000 children and teens work in the mines of the DRC. Eastern mining regions is where most of the violence in the country occurs. Brutality and violence in the DRC is a huge gender violence. It's used as a weapon of war for breaking communities and seizing territories. I invite you to go to Netflix. There is a great documentary, City of Joy. It's incredible what those women have passed. How they rape them in front of their kids and husbands. People fleeing their homes, 5 million people displaced inside DRC only between 2017 and 2019. The hunger is everywhere. 27 million people consider food insecure, with 3.4 million malnourished children. Disease is everywhere. There are frequent Ebola outbreaks, and the HIV worsened by the gender violence. 5.4 million dead. And this is only between 1998 till 2018. Children as young as 6 have been recruited to be child soldiers. As of January 31st, 2022, there are currently more than 1 million refugees and asylum seekers. My Focus family told me that they were internally displaced before applying for a refugee status to come to the United States. Let's talk about family values and cultural attitudes. Weddings, that they got 4 stages, and dowry is given from the groom to the bride's family. People value education a lot, but just a few can afford it, because it's too expensive for them. Being homosexual in Congo or having tattoos is not well seen. Congolese immigrants, mostly refugees, are grateful for having food security despite the process they are faced with. The father in the family told me about two parts of the wedding ceremony: the wedding with the expensive dowry and the actual wedding. The family is excited about the educational opportunities in the United States. The dad was attending an English language class for adults. When asked about attitudes towards homosexuality, the dad told me that homosexuality doesn't exist in Congo. The family feels grateful about the opportunities offered in the United States: secure housing, paying food, jobs, and children being able to attend school for free. We have to understand our Congolese ELLs. By learning about their country, history, culture, and attitudes, we set a base for supporting our ELLs from Congo in a culturally responsive